Hey Taurus, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from December 6th through the 8th, 2024. This is for Taurus. Last shuffle coming out for Taurus. I apologize, y'all, for my voice. I woke up yesterday with the craziest, the craziest congestion. I said decongestion. Oh my God. I wish. It's not happening. It's not happening no matter what I do. But I've made some tea, my grandmother's old recipe, and it is helping with alleviating the symptoms. I know it could have been a lot worse. But planning an action here with the vast universe, right? Um, this is interesting because they're saying that a lot of the things that you could be planning, they're wanting you to stop planning. What? Stop planning what? Well, yes, as it pertains to relationships, right? Trying to take charge in relationships would lead to disappointment or ending those relationships. The relationships may end. And it's because of the fact that mm, it looks like because we're coming from a place of sadness, we're coming from a place of heartbreak, we're coming from a place of things, we're not building anything, we're not working together on something, we're not seeing things, eye to eye. And Ten of Swords, Two of Cups, Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles with planning and action. They're showing that everything must come from love and not from a place of lack of love, or a place, not lack of love like, oh, nobody cares, but more of like, I'm so sad, I'm so disappointed in how things are going. There's something about needing to work together, that the plans, whatever plans that are implemented, need to be a partnership. It needs to be something where you both are agreeing on something. If you are in a union, even if you're not in a romantic connection, this could be friends, it's like both of you have to agree, that you are, on the terms of reconciliation, on the terms of anything. If you're doing a project together, it's important that any kind of planning that you do, it's that you both are working together on these plans. The vast universe with strength and the fool would tell me that it seems as though going with the flow, you need to go with the flow and try a new approach, but go bigger than whatever you have done before. The relationships that you're in right now are about to go through a huge transformation. Things are going to be balanced out, but it's going to require a new approach. It's going to require you to take the fool's errand, is saying, I've already done this, I've already done that, I've already been there. I already know what that does and where those things lead. I need to move. It's like you're going to have to do something different, go in a new direction, try something new. And a lot of this would have to do with having hope and speaking. I want to say speaking to the other parties involved, agreeing on things, right? It seems like if you take matters into your own hands, well, if you take matters into your own hands, it could lead to disappointment. And it's not to say that you're trying to get approval from other people or to have to prove yourself to other people. It's that it's not about proving oneself. I think that that's the energy that they're coming with, is like, okay, if you start taking the lead and planning for other people, it's almost as though you may be attempting to prove yourself. The spirit wants you to just know you don't have to prove that you have great intentions. It's important. I know how this sounds. It's important that you expect the unexpected in these connections, rather than being like, well, I'm going to put all this stuff together and I expect you to fall in line in this, right? They want you to reevaluate. A lot of this is about reevaluating who you are in certain connections, um, reevaluating what you bring to the table, what oh God, it's hard to put into words. I hope I'm making sense. Let's just see. I'm gonna keep going further because they're a commitment here. Yeah, because whatever this is, what was happening here is that it's almost as though we're saying here, we're not good enough and we have to fix and work on this, and we're going to have to heal certain things. And they're showing a commitment to heal something that shouldn't even be paid attention to begin with. You know, sometimes like we have our issues within connections, right? But sometimes the issue is just that there's a miscommunication, and we just need to be able to look at each other and go, okay, well, I like that, you like that, right? And that's okay. What can we do to like compromise? And maybe we can incorporate both things instead of going, well, I'm right and you're wrong, or you're wrong, or you're right and I'm wrong. So now let's try to fix me. Let's try to heal this. This is a big problem because you like red and I like orange. Spirit's saying that there's something about this that if we're like we're sitting here, we're going, I'm planning to fix this heartbreak of some sort. They're saying that this is something that does not even, it's not something to be fixed. It's not that it's not fixable, but it's not something that needs to be fixed. There's always a way around things without having to say that this is a flaw, or the next person's wrong, or this person's right. There's always a way around things. And no, neither one is more superior than the other, or one person's feelings or opinions are more important than the other. No one has to prove how much smarter or how much better that they are than the next person on the other side of the street. And they're showing that you got to focus on balancing you, right? Realizing that there's nothing wrong with you either, but there's also nothing wrong with anyone else for wanting something else or for understanding something differently. And this is all to teach you or to help you to become a better person. So this weekend, you may find that there's nothing to heal. Therefore, um, it's almost like someone's putting it on the table, like, well, fine, this could be you because I'm not seeing other people in this energy. It mostly looks like you're kind of putting it out there. Well, fine, if we can't work this out, then it's over. And they're just going, there's nothing to work out, right? And it shouldn't be so definitive. It's time to have some hope that, okay, maybe that part didn't work, but we could still compromise and come together, reconnect on a different level, understanding that we're both coming in whole, we're okay, right? um, may disagree, but there's nothing stopping anyone from being their true self. The path is clear for us to be our true selves if we want it to be, because they're highlighting partnerships this weekend, which doesn't always have to be romantic, but partnerships nonetheless. Intuition and manifestation, we have the King of Wands and the Eight of Swords. I feel that someone here is feeling like the way that they're wanting to do things is what's best for everyone else. And they're just stuck on that concept. Very, very, very anxious, um, maybe a little bit like too anxious, and maybe a little neurotic about things have to go this way. Because if it goes this way, this is what's best. And they're saying that if one works on oneself to get out of their own way, something could be sabotaged this weekend just by being like, either it's this way or no way. There's a need to become calibrated, balanced. Maybe try to evaluate why there's one, like things have to be so cut and dry or negative. And they're showing a negative in the sense of, we have to work on this. You have to work on you. And it's like, not to work on you, but to balance yourself, to get yourself to realize that there's always a compromise. There's always a way for things to come together. If there's a will, there's a way. You know how people always go, oh, certain signs are compatible with other signs. And I'm like, man, I've seen signs come together that have the best relationships in the world. And they're the ones that, astrologers would go, can't see that happening. And it's due to the will and the determination of the two, and the love, right? It has nothing to do with the sign. And well, fire signs and and water signs don't get along. It's like, I've seen some beautiful relationships. I've seen some great, great connections. But however this goes, this does look like it's important to go with the flow. It's important to understand that as strongly as you feel about the things that you want in your life, so do other people and partnerships. And so it's a very important attempt to compromise rather than to point out flaws or point out what needs to be worked on or to point out where someone lacks. And I don't know that this is you doing this more than it is happening to you as well. But Spirit wants you to dream bigger than just saying, well, it has to be this way and that's it. Dream bigger than that. It can happen. Anything can happen, right? We can make anything happen. They want you to know, like from a year from now, you're going to be better for mastering this. I keep a lot of what is coming towards you is reflection. There's a spirit wanting you to reflect. Why is it that either something is a flaw or it's something great? Why is it that let's reflect on this, right? Because majority of our opinions and preferences in life are based off of self, right? And so even if you turn into someone going that's wrong, it's based on your own perception. It's not based on majority of the things that we, oh, I like this, Taurus. They only like it because of their perception. That doesn't mean that what you're doing is favorable. You know what I mean? And I'm just being honest. I think it's in the four agreements, right? Don't take anything personally, even positive things, because none of it has anything to do with you at all. It has to do with the other person. And that would be the same for us as well, right? Our personal feelings and opinions are about ourselves. And so it's time to reevaluate why something is causing one to be nervous, anxious, paranoid. Why? It's personal, and so either way, I hope this makes sense. The readings this week have been a little bit all over the place. To me, I'm like, whoa. I'm seeing the same energy in each day within each sign. It's playing out differently. It's been amazing. You could be dealing with an Aries. We have Aquarius or Leo main signs. We also have Sagittarius. You could be an Aries, Taurus cusp if you're not dealing with these signs, but you don't have to be. These signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.